deja vu where I was in a meeting like this, and the question of sushi came up, and it created a bunch of drama. I don't know why. Remind me not to bring up sushi.
Sushi?
Oh my god, I might be.
Steak.
Steak is good. Steak is good.
Steak is pretty good. I'm a big fan of shrimp tempura, to be honest.
McAllister and then Flores and Sean. Okay, I think they're all four are down there. Is my guess. Yeah, they are.
Sean Duncan.
Oh wait, Florence right there. Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, it's Duncan, Blunt, and McAllister that are at the courthouse.
Why are they at the
and everybody else is here. Luke is around the corner.
There
was. In the hallway.
It was like a What was it? It was like a. There's a court case up on the docket about. It's an appeal.
Okay.
I don't really know the details other than I went there for like 5 minutes and I heard the defendant say, I always hear cops say you're under arrest, but we're not actually under arrest. And I was just like, what? I think making the argument then until like you're in cuffs, you're not under, I don't know.
What?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you.
What, the new docket or the old docket?
The old one.
Okay.
Appeal Constance Erect, report number 22397. Today, we had the most insane scene. It went from... Actually, I'll wait till everyone arrives. I think it'll be good to kind of mention it since it may turn into something in a couple days.
Did anyone get injured or is everyone okay?
Miguel's in ICU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miguel who?
Marion.
BCSO Miguel.
Right,
oh, copy.
Hey, what's going on, Shank?
Hey, how's it going?
Pretty good.
It's good to hear from you.
What the fuck are you doing with Juno?
With Juno?
Yeah.
Oh, what do you mean? Oh, give me a second. Let me turn this radio down.
You know the selfie you put up?
Oh, that Juno.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Brian. Oh man, you wouldn't believe it, dude. I just happened to be in the area. And I just thought, you know what? It's kind of like taking a photo of a gazelle drinking water.
She was with us.
In a pond. Wait, what do you mean she's with you?
She's going to be a marshal the next couple days.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Which means she's off limits. I like ADMC. You know what I mean?
Listen, Brian, we were just fucking with her. We weren't actually.
You do it again, I will break every fucking graveyard. All right? I will take that hammer myself and show you what a raid looks like.
Okay, Brian. Listen, don't do that, okay? We got a lot of dead members at this point. Please, God. I don't think it can handle another 8 months. All right, you got it.
I've dealt with enough fucking misery in the PD that I'm willing to wait till the next economic collapse. So, you know.
Yeah, no, I don't blame you. All right, listen, we're not going to take any more photos with fake Juno, sweetie. Don't break any grave sites, okay? We need those.
All right. I appreciate it. All right.
Okay.
You take care.
Bye.
All right. Bye.
Yeah, but we would have to force a test. Like a court-ordered test.
Yeah, look, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to pick like the flashiest charge. Like I don't need to do that. I legitimately am only trying to pick the charge that fits the case the most.
I know. I think it works really well because it's causing suffering through physical or mental harm, and that's exactly what it did.
Yeah,
that's exactly what it did.
If they were to get anything afterwards, like that's like life altering.
No, 100%. Very, very.
Well, here's what's probably gonna happen. I'm probably gonna talk to Trey Smoke, and I'm gonna guess he's gonna be like, "Yeah, I'd like to push charges, but no, I didn't get any therapy as a result of this." And the evidentiary standard is probably not gonna hit as hard for him as it does for Violet.
What case is this?
Bobby Piss Boy
Is it-
Charles.
Yeah, it's the piss
Oh, yeah. What's going on with that? Like, I feel like, did they all quit?
Who? Bobby Carmine, all them?
Yeah. Like, I mean, it was like, remember, like, maybe I'm just cooked right now, but like, it felt like every day it was like, yo, are you guys ready? We got a pre-job. We got this thing. We got this thing. You got to show up here. We got to show up here. Like, every like 3 hours, we're getting a request. We had to go into the courtroom, and then,
I think the biggest dominoes fell, and they realized that like any more fighting would be just stupid. To be honest.
So,
yeah.
as far as the Carmine case is concerned, they filed a giant motion to strike, which was motion to strike all of this information that wasn't actually striking it. They're just like, oh my god, all of this is really bad. What they were doing is pigeonholing it, which should be saved for trial, which was my argument. And so the judge McRae, the judge that's on the case is basically giving the defense 24 hours to respond, and then we can file motions. They'll probably get scheduled for next week. But Ruth should be able to handle it, so it should be fine.
Oh, did she say she's able to?
I asked her to, and she said as long as it's scheduled on like a certain day or so, she can. So
Okay, beautiful. I still feel bad that she felt, because of the insane pressure to do justice, that she stepped away from the case, because it kind of, I don't know, because like she cooked so much of that, and then she couldn't see see its fruition. So I hope she gets a shot at this.
I hope so too. If not, I think Blunt will be able to take it. I just wish they actually provided a real defense instead of just, we're going to strike all of this evidence because it's really inconvenient, or we want to strike all of this evidence because it doesn't make any sense. I'm like, it's literally a Rhodes rule. We have to provide this to you. I don't think Grayson understands. It doesn't matter. I don't want to rehash the same shit we've been rehashing since I was hired. So
I'll say this, like, generically speaking, there are gonna be, this is my opinion, right? Just super high level, don't take it too much to heart, everybody.
Yes,
is that court always has been like a roller coaster of like change, where for a very long time, people didn't understand how court worked from a law enforcement prosecutorial side, to the extent that even today people think like plea deals are like a skip when they're quite literally the most prominent tool used in every state, right? Not everything should or needs to go to trial, but I don't even think there's been many docket cases until recent. And most docket cases, even when I was in local PD, was like an appeal for like a gang-related shooting. Very low-hanging fruit, fighting on technicalities, and there's a place for that. But there has not really been much of these bigger cases, the ones that we have started to see hitting the docket the last like 2 months or so. And some of those cases, when we do put in hundreds of man hours into it, there isn't going to be much of a defense. And I think that's okay. And I do feel, even though I do agree with you that they could have put up a better defense, I think some of these defense attorneys aren't used to it. They're used to the gotcha tactics, where you are able to say, flood the docket with so much, the newer prosecutor or a law enforcement officer that hasn't seen enough trial just folds under the pressure of too many words. You know what I mean? I don't know. So,
yeah. Are they coming up?
They're coming up right after the hearing.
Oh, I see him. Okay.
Yeah, whenever I initially called him, he said, "Yeah, we're good to leave at any point." I was like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah. I think they What was it? Sounds like they were probably gonna leave, and then like the case just started ending.
While we wait, Sparks.
Yes, sir.
Because you're really the only person in the room that this. I mean, Flores knows this too, but I think Flores already. Flores and I have worked the longest actually out of everyone. Well, no, Brian and I worked the longest, but like with a hiatus. But Flores out of this room is the second longest for sure. I've known Flores since I came to the Marshals. But I know it seems like you and Springfield are you work well together. She's somebody that you could feel comfortable going to, and I just want to make sure and make it clear that you can always come to me as well. I like what you were saying when you came out of BCSO earlier. You're never bothering me speaking to me. I don't want you to ever feel like that. If I'm quiet or something, I'm just somebody who absorbs a lot. I listen a lot more than I talk, but it's not because I don't like to talk. I mean, as soon as you say something to me, I'm going to respond. You're not bothering me by any means. I'm not like that. So I just want to make that clear so you don't feel like that you can approach me. You know what I mean?
No, sir. I didn't think I was bothering you. I apologize for ambushing you and not briefing you
Ambushing
about
me,
the discussion.
that kind of thing.
Yes.
Right.
I didn't think that was bothering you, sir.
Okay, yeah. But, I just want to make sure, like, you don't have to feel like you're on eggshells around me. I hope you don't.
No, sir. I do not.
Okay, good. Okay.
Springfield's my direct report, so I go to her for
Of course.
everything. But I obviously, I am not concerned with any members of command going to them for anything. That's why I asked you. Speaking of which, I did ask Marshal Kovacic, director, to join me in a discussion with Sheriff Frost. We got that on recording in a voluntary interview.
Good.
And so he says he's perfectly fine with us approaching his command and high command with the situation. And he was aware that they were trying to do it probably 3 or 4 days beforehand, but he wasn't sure that they were actually going to act on it. So there was absolute premeditation on this.
Oh
from
my
both
God!
sides.
Wait, Frost knew about it.
Yeah, he said
Ooh.
basically Thursday, but he can't give a date, but it was definitely before they were hired.
One critical key bit is
it's already uploaded too if you wanted to hear the
very good. Something that Ruby said yesterday on the tape was like, was the impede? We should be asking a direct question of rehire. Are you aware he was fired? Right? Those key, something to keep in mind, right?
Hello.
With the technicalities they're playing with.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
Sean, I know you're excited. Jesus.
Sorry, it's been a while.
You know what? Let's put a pin on that. Hey, so we had a shitload of people on duty. So I figured let's have a bit of a powwow. This is good. Not only because we normally don't have this many people on duty, but it's a good opportunity for everyone to kind of just go, like, talk about what they're working on. I don't mean going in depth, but just kind of like hey, I'm working on this thing. I'm working on that thing and this thing. I think this is a good way to generally communicate, primarily because there may be things that each of us is independently working on or working on in pairs or trios that someone else in this room may not be aware of, such that if they're out on the field and they hear something in the hallway from a local PD or see something on patrol, they'll have a better grasp of who they may need to go to. So think of this as like a stand-up meeting, so to speak. And then also I'm going to afterwards just got to open up the floor. I don't want this to be like super long to keep everyone here because I'm sure you want to stretch your feet and get your stuff done. So let's kind of kick it right off. Mr. Blunt.
Howdy.
So,
all right, I got the Pred impeachment going, obviously. Beyond that, the Rhodes investigation and likely leading to an impeachment there as well. Assisting on the Carmine case, assisting on archivist, looking at hiring, PNT stuff, and the helping McAllister with the Brandon Valentino docket, hopefully getting that up tonight as well.
Ooh, good shit. Yeah. How are you doing on do you have all the statements? Do you have my statement
for
Brandon Valentino? I was thinking about that on the way here, actually.
McAllister, you know that?
For what specifically, Director?
Like, do I have like my statement of the raid? Do you have Maeve's statement?
So to my knowledge, there was a statement to do with the initial observatory incident in which you provided that. I don't know if there was ever a report provided like separately from the raid receipt in which you guys discussed the raid.
I would check. If you guys don't have one, we can produce it. It was me, Bean, Ventura, and Maeve. So there should be. If there isn't, we can produce one, because that's probably going to be critical, right? We went inside, we saw this, we removed this. I believe there was one, but there was something in the back of my mind that was like, wait, did we do that or did we not do it? So if you find that it's not there, please let me know so that we can produce that document. Okay, cool. Anything else there, Blunt?
No, I think that's pretty much it.
Any general things that you want us to...
Gobbler, Spooderman, Bobby Charles. Bobby Charles on a psych hold, waiting for psych to come back to figure out what the hell is going on there.
Oh, yeah. On that note, yes, we are dealing with a mix of very serious terrorism, like the Faceless. But we are now finding unsolved mysteries-esque cases, like unexplainable sciences, like the Green Gobbler with flying things and diseases and time travel, which probably doesn't exist, but there's probably an explanation for. Yeah, shit's getting wild. Is there anything you want us to look out for you, like in general, for folks in the room?
Not on my end at the moment. If there's
Okay.
anything nearing in your investigations, the court stage, find Sparks or myself, and we'll start looking into that if you need any prosecutorial assistance.
Okay.
Lucian just twatted, by the way, Blunt.
Man, it'd be really nice if I could get access to my phone and look at those. If someone could document
what is wrong with
that
your phone?
twat, it'd be helpful.
Yep.
It's broken. My battery's dead.
Oh.
Yeah, my battery for my radio's dead. My gun is jammed. It's a bad day for me.
Oh.
The twat says, "Hello world."
I feel like he's been saying that for 3 months now.
Yeah,
That's because they're hackers.
yeah.
Oh, Sean
Okay, come
actually was on the archivist for a while. You might want to pick his brain at some point there, Sparks.
Yeah, would love to when I can get access to my electronics.
All right, your turn.
So yeah, I am Deputy Marshal Skylar Sparks. Sean and I haven't met, that's why I state that. I am the lead investigator for the archivist. I am also currently working. I finished the Pred case, won a conviction. Finished the Bobby case, won a conviction. Technically primary prosecutor for the Carmine case, hopefully not soon. And then assisting with the Rhodes impeachment corruption, as well as the Pred situation and their appeal. Lucian Barthas is a title, it's not a person. So if you see any twats...
Oh my god, oh, sorry.
What the fuck?
Okay, so that being said,
Oh.
yeah, it's just...
Just clog your ears, motherfucker!
It's not that hard.
Flora's okay?
Flores, you're gonna be fine!
Why are you
there's
allergic to
Flores,
fucking everything?
Flores!
It's the pillows. It's the blue pillows.
Flores! You're gonna be just
sorry,
fucking
just
put
needed a
something in
second.
your damn ears.
Oh,
This guy on my left literally disappears every time there's a fucking Faceless mission, all right? You ain't the only one that gets sick.
I think I just needed a minute to collect
Yeah,
myself,
right.
that's all.
Please collect social media posts concerning the archivist and Lucian Barthas, even if we already did. Anything to do with the power, anything like that, just note it. At some
Please.
point,
Just tag it archivist. I go through every day and we'll comb anything tagged archivist and add it to our timeline.
Ooh, okay. Oh yeah.
Rooker's my librarian, essentially. That being said, I am also looking for Shift 1 prosecutors. Hopefully Shift 3 into Shift 1 prosecutors. If you know anybody who's interested, I will train them, please, dear God. I don't want to go in the courtroom anymore.
Hell yeah.
That's it for my current work. I had a question for the class, but that can wait until after.
On the point of prosecutors, everyone who is a marshal should, I think, get kind of guidance on it. But I'm gonna tap into that afterwards. So that's a good topic to bring up.
Happy to train anyone for articulation, how to put a timeline together. Please let me. I'm happy to teach you. That's my favorite part of my job.
Hell yeah. And for those outside of the time zone, like in the same vein, actually we'll get to that afterwards. I'll Flores?
Yeah, hello. 007 Emilio Flores, current lead investigator of Bobby Charles's bowel movements. Previous focuses include escaped lifer manhunts and surveillance, as well as DOC corruption. Personal interests include aviation.
Okay.
And, more recently, the news of the military cert program.
W.
You attending that one with Snow later this week?
Yes.
Hell yeah. All right.
All right. Okay. Oh yeah. Ricker?
Yeah, all right. Hello. I mean, as Spark said, I'm librarian right now for all the archivist stuff. Really, it's overhauling all the information that we had previously.
Ooh!
Is
W.
formatted the same, so it's easier to digest for anybody that's having to pick it back up. Anything documentation. Jim and Jam. I love it so much. Raid stuff. If you look at all the Benji stuff, the documentation, all of that organization, OCD. That's me.
All right. Anything you want us looking out for you there, Ricker?
I mean, the Lucian Vartha stuff. I mean, that's my main thing. Luke and I are also working on getting a totally mapped out report of all of the satellites that are going up.
Hell yeah.
That are faceless related. And just seeing if there's any more that's popping up that we're not getting. I'm pretty sure that they're adding more. Stop being a bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
like,
hard,
goddamn.
It really is.
Sorry,
We're
just keeping the throat clear.
Listen, we had a phone call with Nino Chavez in this room in regards to active court cases. All right, half this room gets allergic. Go ahead, Ricker.
I dabble in the faceless side of things also. Also, that faceless stuff, the magnitude of it is insane. I also with City Chronicle. So
all right.
Postings. And collection of their stuff.
Flores is hilarious, man. All right, hell yeah. All right, Luca.
It's your turn.
Hey, what's going on? I'd say my biggest project right now is definitely that map of these different satellites and antenna locations around. It seems to be some sort of point-to-point system that we've been mapping out using aircraft as well as, just simply climbing a ladder, getting up there, taking a photograph, documenting what kind of equipment around those towers and what line of sight they have on other towers, so we can try and figure out, what that point-to-point looks like, what broadcast to where, so forth and so on. Also working on a proposal, kind of drafting proposal for a unit or a sub-unit or whatever in the department that is specifically counterterrorism. We've got a lot of terrorism going on, and we need a unit that can respond to things like our politicians being threatened and kidnapped and taken, situations like we've had recently with the besties, where we've got civilians or citizens who are being targeted by entities that are way beyond what they can, defend themselves from, and people being taken hostage or kidnapped and returning those people back to, their loved ones, stuff like that. As well as intelligence gathering, getting forward. And I mean, these folks probably have a pretty large network of intelligence, as you can tell. They have the ability to drop pretty sophisticated equipment on rooftops all around the city, from what we can tell. So we have that equipment. We just need to match the knowledge gathering aspect, which is all human training, things that we can do. But also assisting with the archivist stuff. I mean, all marshals full marshals are assisting with the fix the stuff. Obviously, I only very lightly dabble in that, but
he helps us with surveillance anytime faceless assault members show up. Isn't that right, Luca?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, good shit. Anything you want us to look out for?
Well, right now, if you guys are getting calls to the prison, that's something that I'd like people to take a peek at and take a look at. Especially a lot of times we go in there and we're always focused on the temp inmates because they're the ones causing trouble. But the lifers seem to get a free pass, and we need to keep an eye on that. We recently had a situation that McAllister brought to my attention, which I need to update you on, McAllister, and I will right now, where it seems like a temp inmate may have gotten the lifers to kind of gang up or band up, and they ended up murdering an individual inside a prison. Also, McAllister, I spoke to Justice Danielson after that judicial debate and asked him our question, and he said that there's two options, really. The first option being, yes, you can take them to trial and specifically ask for the death penalty since they're already on a life sentence, and that would be the only escalation. No. Or you can also request their transfer out of our facility and out of our custody because they killed someone. So it'd be transferred to a different facility somewhere else. That's something that Danielson brought up and wanted me to share with you. So
I didn't realize that was a possibility. Okay, that's
yeah, I didn't either.
So Bolingbroke is not a max security facility. It's a medium security facility to low security facility. So if for some reason there's an inmate or something that becomes more of an issue where they need to have solitary or max security, we can ask them to transfer out.
Mm-hmm. So.
Okay. Hell yeah. Sean? I know you're just kind of coming back, but maybe a little bit about the things you were tapped into.
Yeah. Hello. For those that don't know me, I am Deputy Marshal Sean Duncan. Yeah. Before I was on my little month sabbatical, I was doing a lot of the archivist stuff, a little bit faceless, and then just kind of getting a feel for things and helping where I can. But that's pretty much it. And then McAllister kind of filled me in today on a lot of stuff. So just slowly trying to get integrated back in. That's about it.
All right. Hell yeah. McAllister?
Out of curiosity, Director, where do you want me to start? Because my current workload still goes back like, a month ago history-wise, and some of the people in this room don't know about it, so...
Bring us up to speed.
Oh, so like Duncan and Flores included?
Have we
start
found
from the observatory bombing?
Have we found Bobby or no?
Give him a TLDR.
All right. TLDR for Flores and Duncan. On December 22nd, the Faceless decided to bomb the observatory. That was because of the whole radio antenna things that we had up on the roof. They utilized military helicopters in order to do so. During such incident, Benji Ramos and Nate Karama were apprehended. Since then, both Nate Karama and Benji Ramos have signed plea agreements in relation to what they did on that day. We have raided every single individual in relation to the attacks that we could prove with enough probable cause. There were others that were involved, but, I digress. HS Prez is a problem for another day. If you want to read on their relevant cases, check the docket if necessary. I'm not going to have a whole spiel on that one, but TLDR, we found, 3 faceless chips and I believe a weapons magazine blueprint. That's the biggest items of note. From there, we also
To give them a
apprehended...
little more clarity on that. That was a blueprint that they could use in a bench to make any magazine for any weapon in the entire state.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
yep.
To which point, I was advised by a credible source that people have been hoarding gold, quote unquote, as there is a fear that the economy is going to go to shit. We'll touch on that in a second. I was then told it is not necessarily because of the fear of an economic collapse, but allegedly due to that it was the currency of trade for magazines. So I don't know if that becomes relevant with your case. It's probably we don't not have the bandwidth to figure out what the fuck that means. but I'm gonna throw that out there. So,
that would actually make a whole lot of sense. I don't believe that there were any text records between Benji and anyone else in relation to the magazines themselves, unless he was using some other form of communication. They have switched up a few times since, but Benji did actually have a lot of gold in his properties. Officer Gary, is it Kevin? Yeah, Kevin. He reached out to me and he wanted to open up like a gold exchange because he found out that all like the new Babylonians were like buying up all the gold, and he wanted to ask me if it was illegal or not. That's all I kind of know on that topic, though. So
okay.
If you want to fill me in later, feel free. Just to touch on this topic real quick, Director. I wasn't able to find that report in relation to that raid, so I will in fact still need Maeve's statement and your statement.
Okay. Yeah, throw one up, and then email us, and we'll get it sorted.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I can't email Maeve. I'm gonna need you to reach out if possible.
Okay.
As for anything else, obviously Ray was apprehended. He was charged with accessory to aiding and abetting an enemy of the state and a whole slew of other charges. The reason that we went with accessory was because it was easier to prove beyond a reasonable doubt versus aiding and abetting itself. So if he inevitably goes to appeal, which he told me he would, it's easier to say, hey, while he was down the cells, Ray Romanov literally admitted to 3 or 4 separate LEOs that he did in fact pull out the sea breeze because he was quote unquote held at gunpoint. So, even if he wants to say, well, I didn't use the sea breeze in the crime, well, I have him on the fact that he literally admitted to bringing out the sea breeze that was then later utilized to try and pick up Benji Ramos and the rest of them. We also probably could have got him on the clause that he went there for the meeting, but there was no confirmation that he actually ever attended. Hence why I was kind of hesitant and only dropped it down to the accessory. So from there we have Valentino. Brennan Valentino is a longtime faceless asset. We all know him. We all love, hate him, whatever you want to call it. He came in today. Didn't even have the ability to slide the agreement over to him. We went over the deal's arrangement, and the second that we mentioned the fact that, when the docket goes live, it will mention that we did initially want to seize his property. He said that was a dirty mafia-like tactic, and then rejected it. So we're going to be taking that one to trial. I believe both Blunt and Sparks are helping me prosecute that one. From there, I do have a few other cases. We also have, obviously, the murder investigation into the DOC captain. If anyone wants to help out with that, feel free, reach out. TLDR, 2 lifers held the interim warden of Bolingbroke Penitentiary hostage. Captain Christian Toe walked in behind them and tried to shoot them down. When that happened, a huge gunfight ensued, and unfortunately, Christian Toe lost his life. Through further interrogations, discussions, etc., it was noted that Benji Ramos actually suggested that the 2 of them go into the visitation center with him. The other details are a little hazy for the minute, but we have found Benji Ramos's fingerprints on some of the firearms to do with that scene. Given the fact that he was in the visitation center itself, and the fact that his fingerprints were actually on some of the firearms and around some of the stashes, it is kind of leading us to believe that he was an accomplice. Whether we can carry that beyond a reasonable doubt or not is a question for another day.
Okay.
Interrogations themselves have been performed on the 2 lifers and Benji Ramos himself. Just letting all of you know right here, right now, Benji Ramos has since been released from Bolingbroke Penitentiary. He's on
is Benji suspected to have done it?
Not the murder itself, but he is suspected of being an accomplice to the murder of a government employee, yes.
So is this parole broken?
I'd have to figure out if I can prove it beyond a reasonable doubt, but if that's the case, then yes.
Probably not, honestly.
Probably
because
not.
His parole was not in effect at the time that the incident took place.
Mm.
He was still
He was
on his
in prison.
Sentence. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should, I agree with both y'all's assessment. We should double check with the new DOJ. I only ask because that's a San Andreas thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only reason I say this because
You get what I'm saying, right?
It's this many years of incarceration followed by this many years of parole.
I mean, if you want us to, Director, that's fine. I don't see it kicking through. Now, what we can do, we can, if they say no, which they probably will, what we can do is use that as a not a mitigating factor, but extraneous factor to add time to the accomplice to the murder charge.
Yes.
Where it's like 4 years for the murder, 3 years because he did it while in prison because of that reason.
Yeah. I think it's worth getting the clarity rather than pushing it. If they tell us we have to push it to test to figure out their opinion, then I'm open with that. For me, everything that we once knew of the DOJ should be re-questioned, not for any other reason other than it's good to get the new DOJ's opinion on how they see things. Because I think an argument can be made. So if you're serving time, can you just commit murder without affecting your parole? That seems a little odd. No?
Well, you're not on parole at the time.
Well, no, but if you're in prison and you're committing, if I was in Boston, Massachusetts on murder and I was going to be released in like X amount of time and, you know, there was a planned parole and I killed someone, that whole thing's getting reevaluated, you know?
Oh, I see what you mean. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
That does make sense. So there should be
Okay,
some
that makes
sort of
sense.
look
Yep.
back to it of like, hey, you're fucking around too much.
You go to prison for 3 years, like 10-year parole, and then just get broken out and just murder a bunch of people. It's like, what are you gonna do, bitch?
Yeah.
Okay. Good. All right, fantastic. Anything else you want to bring up?
Oh yeah, continuing on from that. As Kovacic mentioned, there are 2 lifers that are currently within Bolingbroke that did in fact murder the DOC guard. They've admitted to this in interrogation tapes. We'd more or less just have to bring it to trial for the both of them, but we are looking for either A, the death penalty, or as Kovacic just mentioned, B, for them to be moved out of the state. I have an LSPD officer, Brian Parker, working with me on this, as he was the one who initially discovered the incident at Bolingbroke. Although I would love someone to kind of take this one over, as my current caseload is a little extreme, and I am looking to size it down a little. Although I am happy to continue working.
My advice, and this kind of goes to everyone, if you're getting too much caseload and you think something is important, bring it to your direct, the marshal you're under, and they can either attempt to reassign it, or we just deprioritize it. You know, we can't solve everything in the city. That's just a reality of things. So certain things could be dropped. From
there, we have the Carmela Corset case, which Blunt recently gave to me, in which the LSPD put out a warrant for Carmela, but then randomly dropped it, even though they had probable cause to arrest her. There was a note put at the top of the report in which it said, what was it, Blunt? Like, contact Tyler Peters?
Yeah, talk to Peters before you put this up, and it was signed by Jeb.
I haven't seen either one of them around. I would appreciate it if someone does see them around to just let me know, because I'm not always looking at dispatch. Because we do need to know as to like why they specifically dropped those charges when there was a ton of PC to support the fact that Carmela actually did run up to someone at a mayor-sponsored event and stab them. From there, we also have the Green Gobbler stuff. Obviously, all that stuff happened yesterday. The dude that I had a conversation with, Norman Osborne, I think his name was. Yeah. He was kind of very suspicious, had quite a few points throughout the interrogation in which he kind of lashed out at everybody. I still need to put up all the interrogation tapes from yesterday. I still need to finalize those reports in relation to that. But once that is all done, I'll let everybody know.
All right. Easy. All right. Thank you. All right. I want to hit some high level things just kind of real quick. We are planning a command meeting with all the marshals. We're going to be looking at, we don't really look at promoting people all that often, given the fact that fundamentally, I'm not a strong believer in many layers of rank. Rank is, this is a damn department, and it's not a, I don't want ranks to be treated like fucking badges in Valorant. It doesn't work well ever. With that being said, I know that there are a series of key problems that myself and Command needs to solve in terms of our ability to scale. Every single month, our caseload and incident load continues to increase. There are days where we have like 6 big scenes over a span of 12 hours. And as such, that puts a lot of pressure on each and every one of you. If at any point you feel like you have too much, like I said, bring it up to your, the way that I would want it to see handled is I'm going to use McAllister. I'm going to use you as an example since we got a big caseload. You're like, holy fuck, there's a lot here on my plate. I would much rather we finish 3 things with 100% or like 95% quality rather than say 8 things at 40% quality. At the end of the world, we cannot, law enforcement, even in totality, cannot solve every mystery, cannot get every arrest. It's just not feasible. City moves way too quick. But what we can do is produce some of the best work collectively. And if that means we got to drop something, we drop it. The way I'd like to, if you got too much, let's say, offering it up via the Discord email is not a bad idea. Hey, I've got this. It's a big case. Anyone able to take it on? Alternatively, and preferably, you bring it directly to your command. And I'm going to use this as an example. You write up a report. Cases McAllister, 2 cases for offloading. In there, a summary of the cases, the charges, roughly how much completed it is. Something nice, bite-sized, so that, let's say, it goes to Blunt. Blunt pulls it up, and he's like, okay, cool, this is a case about attempted murder of a government employee. It's 20% done. And then he can make a decision, hey, you know what? Maybe we just drop this thing. Or alternatively, Blunt, myself, Luca might know of someone that the case might fit well with. Kind of makes sense, the general ask here?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Affirmative.
Okay, fantastic. Secondly, I know some folks here, or those that may not be in attendance, may be looking for things to do. Do not hesitate to ask your fellow peers or your direct reports, or your direct command. If you're looking for something to do, there's plenty of work to go around across every time zone, quite frankly. We are growing. I think we're at like 35 marshals. We may lean some of those out, though I'm not one to necessarily chop heads as long as they, been clocking in on duty. Let's talk big cases. And I'm going to give just a very brief summary of what's been going on around the city so that if you do see it, you kind of are properly appraised. If you want details, please go into the reports and kind of get into those details yourself as you can. Earlier today, and actually background, besties have been at war with the Faceless, as have New Babylon. Many have sort of broken from their claws, let's call it. For some time now, Forehead, for whatever reason it may be, Davis, 80 now, if you can, Saws. Okay, I think she's just looking for someone.
That Lucian guy just twatted at her too.
I can't see any of that.
Hello, Brandy.
Oh, okay.
Sparks, you probably take a nap real quick.
Yeah, no.
Okay,
Let's pause on it. It's fine. This is more important. But not yet, Sparks. Afterwards.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Forehead has had something preventing him to go back to his gang. Secondly, Ming, one of their gang members, had been kidnapped and is currently housed in a facility only known to a handful. The besties have effectively turned to using terrorism to fight terrorism, to the extent that earlier today at the Kiflon building, Miguel Elmarian not only planted a bomb, but suggested that he would use a C4 if he was approached. A phone call with Mr. Charlie and some kind of negotiation that we are not privy to resulted in Mr. Miguel Elmarian removing that bomb, getting in a vehicle, driving off, preventing himself from being caught. Ultimately, this landed into a shootout, EMS being held hostage, and Miguel, after having been shot from escape, is now in ICU. Second, the archivist and Mr. Blue are planning something. We can only speculate what that thing is. I don't know the answer. Sparks doesn't know the answer. Blunt doesn't know the answer. Nobody knows the answer. To get to what that answer is, to know what this impending doom that they're looking to bring about is going to take a collective effort, not just with the people in this room today, but our peers that are civilians, EMS, and other fellow law enforcement. Now, this does not mean that we go out there and share all our work. It's not good. It's how people get killed. Rather, and quite frankly, when, to give you an example, Mr. Lang Buddha, when he infiltrated a situation where we saved Ming, somehow his name fucking leaked really damn fast. And Mr. Lang Buddha did go in for murder, but we still have to protect him. So understand that this is a sort of very dicey situation that's going to have to be navigated as best as possible. Moving on from that, we're now dealing with things like Spooderman and let's just call it paranormal situations. In the next couple days, we're going to put a team together for those who are interested in, let's say, the more paranormal stuff, such that some of y'all that may not find it to be your cup of tea can be filtered from those who do find it their cup of tea. I think this is going to be very good for everybody so that, your time on duty does not get, let's say, overtly complicated. Any questions, whatever it may be, about the organization? Then we'll break. We've been here for a minute.
All good.
Okay.
No, nothing for me.
Fuck yeah. All right.
All good on my end.
Everyone's doing really good work. Let's get out there.
Hell yeah.
All right. Oh. I think I'm going to take the rest of the night. I said I was going to keep it a short day, and it's already fucking 10:50.
Hey.
You're right.
Yeah. Anything you need from me?
Not at the moment. No, all is good.
Yeah.
When do you want to
hey,
do this
guys,
command meeting?
Lucian Vathis is flying an aircraft.
I don't have keys anymore.
Anytime. If you pick a day, I'll be there. Do you mind setting it up?
Yeah.
Just sort of,
Okay. I just need to know, like, let's say 24 hours in advance.
Yeah.
Sorry, Blank, can you grab me new keys when you have a sec? There's no rush. No rusted.
Yes.
There's no rush.
Brian, when you get a chance, can you make sure he's on the panel?
You're good.
That Sean's on the panel?
There and
Cannot
fuck
do,
him
yeah,
up.
Duncan.
Oh, Duncan, Sean Duncan.
But I really want to.
Yes, you do. You
Time. I know Ruth is early, so I'm okay with waking up early, whatever day works for her.
Yeah, same.
I think the most important thing is seeing how she's doing, because I don't want to go too much into detail, but I know it's been rough in shift one for a lot of them because of the recent happenings, and I think reinvigorating them is good. I think they're also facing another reality too. When they're awake, a lot of this crazy, exciting shit isn't happening, So I imagine there is a little, we're missing the ice cream truck feeling that may settle in as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of stuff going on. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely not as exciting.
No.
As shoot, pow, pow. But not a lot of the shift one marshals are shoot, pow, pow anyway. So
yeah,
it lines up.
Yeah, 100%. All right,
If you need anything,
easy.
let me know.
We'll do.